Aha! I knew it! I knew their arrogance couldn't last. I told you, Sony. I said eventually you'd have to address cross-platform play properly. Sony have just announced that extended Fortnite cross-play beta launches on PS4 starting today. After 10,000 years of protest, after people suggesting that Sony was being a bloody arsehole by not allowing cross-platform play on Fortnite despite every other platform allowing it, Sony have finally relented. They were holding out, they were hoping to bury their head under the sand and for people to forget about it, but oddly enough, people didn't forget about it, which is odd when you consider how aggressively apathetic some people can get if you follow a story for more than 3 hours. Following a comprehensive evaluation process, Sony has identified a path towards supporting cross-platform peaches. Did I say peaches? Cross-platform peaches for select third-party content. Identified a path, you see, it was the path. The path of not being an arsehole. We recognise that PS4 players have been eagerly awaiting an update, and we appreciate the community's continued patience as we navigated through this issue to find a solution. I like how they're now positioning this as a problem, something they couldn't surmount before. When the last time they mentioned this, they wrote it off as saying, well, our version's the best version, and we wouldn't want to lower ourselves by playing with other systems. I realise I'm not being exactly gracious with regards to this news, but who should be gracious? This was a stupid policy to begin with. Other platforms had no issue with cross-platform play, and when even Nintendo is more liberal about an idea than you are, you're probably on the wrong side of the issue. It was a ridiculous policy to begin with, only made more absurd by the fact that your entire Epic Games account was tied to the PS4 if you dared use it on the PS4. Players weren't warned about that at any point, so if anybody wanted to try the Switch version, a little bit of Fortnite on the go, they were punched right on the arsehole by the fact that they couldn't bring their stuff over. In the course of recording that last sentence, I just got 2 fucking emails from people telling me about this happening. I'm actually recording this while the news is broken, which is unusual for me because normally news breaks after I've already done a video for the day, and then I'm like, oh bloody hell, oh, I got something for tomorrow, I guess. Then I get emailed dozens of times. The emails have started already. I'm glad I got this one out the way, or I'm getting this one out the way. I bet I get emailed more before I get finished with this video. Fucking thank you for emailing me, by the way. I'm glad you think of me when these things happen. I'm working on it, but you don't know that I'm working on it because I'm saying that right now, and you won't know until it's up when I've already worked on it. Anyway, where was I? Right, yes, I'm not going to act grateful. I'm going to act quite ungrateful, which some of you will take as me being a spoiled little brat, but that's fine. I don't think we should express gratitude when companies do things they should have bloody done to begin with. That doesn't deserve plaudits, that just deserves about bloody time, mate. But my entitled churlishness aside, this is good news. It is good for players. And lordy lord knows, we could use some good news lately. I know I especially have been on my complainy soapbox a lot, so it's always nice when you can point at an event and say, hey, something happened that actually didn't fuck us all over. It's a nice little win for people who kept the pressure up on Sony and didn't get bored and move on to something else. It's a win for companies like Bethesda, who I complain about a lot, but were pretty decent on this whole situation, making some nice little power plays towards Sony to try and pressure them into accepting cross-platform play. So far, Sony have only mentioned Fortnite explicitly when talking about cross-platform play, but their announcement seems to hint that they're looking toward opening their platform up more wholesale, allowing a lot more games that support it on other systems to support it on the PS4. For 24 years, we have strived to deliver the best gaming experience to our fans by providing a uniquely PlayStation perspective. Today, the communities around some games have evolved to the point where cross-platform experiences add significant value to players. In recognition of this, we have completed a thorough analysis of the business mechanics required to ensure that the PlayStation experience for our users remains intact today and in the future as we look to open up the platform. This represents a major policy change for Sony, and we are now in the planning process across the organisation to support this change. So yeah, sounds like Fortnite is going to test it out, and then it should roll out, fingers crossed, to other games as well, so we can put this whole silly thing behind us. Now Sony just needs to support mods, proper mods, not the shitty little ones that are in the Elder Scrolls whatever edition that was on the PS4, of which the only useful one was making sure shops had more gold. Oh, and while we're on the subject of Sony doing things that Sony should have done from the bloody start, finally give in to what people want and put Waluigi in PlayStation All-Stars, you fucking cowards. Is what the people say. Acquiesce to their demands. But yes, there we go. Cross-platform play coming to Fortnite on PlayStation 4. Should have been there from the start. Sony's not going to get a pat on the head, but it will get less of a kick in the dick. I did have a video going up today about the class action lawsuit for Telltale Games, but we'll save that for tomorrow. That's happening. Don't need to email me about that one, because I'll talk about that tomorrow. It's not like it's massively breaking news by this point. It'll just be me just saying what happened and then saying what I thought about what happened. So I look forward to that if you want, unless Sony does something else miraculous tomorrow, in which case that would be too late by then, wouldn't it? Anyway, now to hurry up and get this posted before I get any more emails. Ta-ta!